Hi Flosstube, I'm Sally. I'm StitchySally here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Today is the 28th of February 2024 and this is Flosstube number 71. A very warm welcome, whether you are a new or returning viewer, it is lovely to have you here. If you do like what you see, it would be lovely if you would subscribe and also hit the like button. I do love getting comments as well, and I will always try and reply to your comments. So what have I got for you today? And I hope this is recording okay. I'm having a bit of bother with my laptop. I don't know what on earth is going on. It just seems really slow, so we'll see how it goes. I have an FFO, I have a finish, I have an FFO which was a gift that I haven't been able to show until it had been received for a birthday, and I've got the usual whips, so we will get started. I also have some Stitchy kindness and a little bit of haul as well, so we'll get started with the FFO, which is, whoops, that's not the right way around, this one. So you may remember that I stitched this last year with my lovely friend Elaine, Ellie Stitcher. It was our New Year's Day start. I stitched this on 25 count vintage country mocha using DMC thread, stitched it 1/1. It's Plum Street Samplers Pink House Sampler. And it was affectionately known as the Big Ass Pink House Sal. I changed the wording on it. I used a verse from Charlie Max's The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. I paid £1 for this frame from the charity shop, and then I just got a tester paint pot from the DIY store. I don't know whether you can see there's a bit of texture on the frame there, so I am quite pleased with that. That's the original colour there, so I only sanded the front and the inside bit here, so I'm really pleased with that. I don't know where it's going to hang, but it will go somewhere, and please YouTube, can we have that as my screenshot? That would be really nice if it was, wouldn't it? So that is that one. As I say, really pleased with that. And then, if I can just show you, this is a little gift that I stitched for Barb for her birthday, my lovely friend Barb, and that is Shepherd's Bush Flowers for You. And the chart is free when you buy the button. Now, I didn't use the button because I think you're supposed to stitch this on 18 count, I think it is, over 2 maybe. The button didn't quite fit, so instead of using the button, I just stitched the flower again. So yeah, really pleased with that, and very happy to say that Barb loved it as well. Right, we will get started on everything else now. So I have a finish. So the first 6 that I'm going to show you, they're all from my 6 for 60 that I started in December last year. So this is Blackbird Designs Christmas Rose. So I started this, I think it was on the 5th of December. Yeah, I think it was the 5th, and I finished it last night. I actually was planning on stopping stitching at 10 o'clock so I could read for a bit before I went to bed, because I'm not getting enough reading done. But then I thought, no, because I want to finish this. Because I was close. So I've stitched it with the DMC thread conversion off the chart. and I stitched it on a piece of Coffee Craft Fabrics. It's a 36 count even weave, and it was a fabric of the month. And there it is. And that really, it doesn't particularly show just how beautiful the fabric is. And I'm so pleased with this. So pleased. The snowflakes don't show up too well, but they do show up better in real life. So I've put my initials in at the top there, here, and then the year further down. And I thought I'm just going to leave it at Merry Christmas. It's going to stay up. It's going to stay up all year once I get it framed. So yeah, really happy with that. So this, as well as it being one of my 6 for 60, and Lainey started this with me as well, as did Steve Rivenhain, who has finished it, and Erin, who is Erin's Mix. I'm also stitching it on a Tuesday night for a BBD sal with my lovely friends Barb and Mouse. So yeah, really pleased with that. So that's my first of my 6 for 60 finishes. So I wonder what will be next. So yeah, really liked stitching that. And I shall have a look for a nice frame when I go around the charity shops again, see if I can find something. So we'll move on to whips now. I do apologise. I am still coughing, but more about that later. So the next one is With Thy Hands by Teresa Kogut. And I am stitching the big one in the middle. I am going to do the other two. Elaine Eliwally Stitcher, she's stitching this one with me. And lovely Sally Flossy Sews and Grows, she's stitching Remember Me. She was going to do this one, but she couldn't find the chart in time. So I am using the DMC threads. Sorry, they're a bit of a mess. You can't really see them very well. I don't know how you people keep them tidy. I really don't. And I'm stitching this on a 40 count Vintage Country mocha. So do excuse the creases. I don't iron until they're ready to be finished. So it has been going quite well, but nothing to do with the design. It's my fabric. So I don't know whether you will be able to see. I can't see what I'm doing. No, you can't see it. Here, the fabric is quite slubby, and I couldn't understand, this side of the hand just would not go right, and I had to keep on picking it and trying it again, and it just was not going right, and it's because of this slubby piece here. So I am hoping that the rest of it across there will not be affected by it. I have managed to get it right in the end, I think. But yeah, I wasn't impressed by this slubby bit there. It's just all uneven. But anyway, it's going well. I am really enjoying this. And Elaine started hers from the top, so it's nice to see other bits of it being stitched as well by somebody else. So that was my actual birthday start. Try to remember not to do the zips up, because I know some people don't like it when they're listening via headphones. So my next whip is Barbara Anna Designs Dreaming Girl. And lovely Sally at Flossy Sews and Grows, she's stitching this with me, and also a lady called Sue, she's stitching it with me as well. lady who watches my floss tubes. Have been trying to finish this, and to be honest, I think because I was rushing it to try and get it finished for the end of the month, I was making silly mistakes. I was stitching bits in the wrong colour, and you know, having to unpick and re-stitch, and I thought, no, just slow down, it will be finished when it's finished. And Sally is waiting very patiently for me to finish it so that we can both start Garden of Dreams. So I'm stitching this in all the called for colours. Beautiful colours in this as well, really, really like it. And again, floss drops from Charlie Feathers, and do go and have a look at Charlie's floss drops, they are absolutely delightful. She doesn't only do floss drops either, there are other things that she does. So I'm stitching this on an unknown piece of fabric from Stash, and there she is. So she is looking absolutely beautiful. And when I'm not stitching in the wrong colour and having to unpick, I do really enjoy this. So yeah, she is looking lovely. I do still have quite a bit to do. There's quite a few flowers, there's some houses, snowflakes. So she's not going to be finished this month, but she will be done hopefully early next month. So I was going to kit up Garden of Dreams, but a lot of the colours I think that are in this are in Garden of Dreams, so I thought I will wait until I have actually finished that. So, next whip, and another tale of woe. And I knew it would happen. So this is Rebel Stitcher Designs Happily Ever After, and I love this. It came out at market last year, I believe. Yeah, it was last year. And I put off getting it, and then I decided that I had to have it. And I did a conversion for, to DMC, because I think it's Classic Colourworks. And I'm stitching this again on a piece of Coffee Craft Fabrics, a fabric of the month, 36 count even weave. Sorry, I'll just fold that ticket back because it gets in the way. And there it is. And again, it doesn't show the fabric up very well. So yeah, I've got quite a bit of the border stitched. I did make a mistake. I'd got a bit cocky. I think I might have shown it last time actually. Got a bit cocky and went a fair way round with just the green of the border. And then as I decided, which was a good job I did, to start filling in some of the flowers, and realised that I was a stitch out. And I thought, if I don't take it back and put it right, it's not going to meet, and I may well not be able to fudge it without it looking a mess. So I took it back, restitched it, so that what I'm doing now, instead of just going hell for leather on the green of the border, I'm stitching a bit of that and then going back and filling in the flowers so that at least I know where I am. And then I started on another crown there as well last week. So yeah, really loving that. Really, really loving it. There's so much more to it than you think though, and you know, you look at that border and you think it's not too bad of a border, and then you realise that yeah, it's a hell of a border. And then, and this had got squashed down at the bottom of the bag that I keep all my project bags in, which wasn't good. So this one is my Friday night sheep stitch and one of my 6 for 60. It stitches through the years waiting for Santa. So I stitched this with my lovely friend Barb on a Friday, and I also started it as part of the December sale that I do with my lovely friend Chris every year. And this is all stitched in DMC. And I'm stitching this on 40 count vintage country mocha. And there we are. So it's getting there, it's coming along really, really well. I've still got to fill in a few stitches on the ends of all the, I don't know whether they're berries or flowers, I can't actually make my mind up. And then some bits to fill in on the snowflakes. And then I've got to fill in this lot down here. Now, you may remember me saying that when I did, was it Happy Harvest? It was the autumn one anyway, I can't quite remember what it was called. I just did the I think there's 2 rows of grass possibly. Was it? No, 2 rows of something, can't remember what they are, and then grass. And I didn't do all of that because it all gets filled in these bits here. But I think this one I will do it because it's snow, and I think it'll look a lot better with all the snow filled in. But I am really enjoying that one as well, and I'm looking forward to doing the spring one once this one's finished. I'm just going to grab a drink. And then my final 6 for 60 piece is this one, and that is Stacy Nash Designs A Wonderful Life Pinkeep Drum. I am stitching this with, again, a DMC conversion, did a DMC conversion. Because if I haven't got the hand dyeds in my stash, I'm not using them. So I'm stitching this on 36 count summer khaki. Wow, I actually remembered. And there we are. So I am really pleased with how this is looking. I think I've got some snow and stuff to fill in on this side, and then on this side I think, don't know. I don't know, maybe some more trees, not entirely sure. And then there's the garland across the top as well to do yet, so still plenty to do. But I just love this. Absolutely love it. Not quite sure what it'll look like when I attempt to finish it into a drum, because it is big. It is quite a big drum. But we shall see how that goes. Right. What have we got next? Whoops, I am just pulling everything out. I don't need to. Don't need that. This one is Long Dog Samplers of the Pilgrim. And I am stitching this for 3 different sals. I was originally starting it with lovely Elaine, Ellie Wally Stitcher, for her birthday. So her and Alison, the Stitching Whippet, they're stitching the Pilgrim. And the hashtag for that is Let's Get the Dogs Out Sal. I think I'm right with that one, but I'm not 100% sure. And then lovely Amanda at Alba Stitcher, she was starting her first long dog. So I've joined her with that. There's quite a few of us stitching our first ones, and the hashtag for that is My First Long Dog Sal. And then I am also joining some other lovely ladies who are stitching on a Sunday, and that is Long Dog Sampler Sundays. So I am using Anchor Black, got a white DMC, and then I think I am going to use Carrie's Creations, excuse me, Old World Red for the words. I've changed my mind to what I was going to use. Sorry, just bear with me a minute. Sorry, I don't know what that was. I think it might have been, I don't know if you could hear it. I think it might be my husband's iPad, but anyway. I've forgotten what I was going to say now. Yeah, I'm stitching it on 40 count. No, I'm not. I'm stitching it on 20 count. So I got Balana in an off-white. And there we are. Yes, I think, had I started page 2 last time? I think I had. So I'm just working my way across and then just down and wherever on this page. Do you know what as well? I wasn't sure about the backstitch, the white backstitch, but that's actually showing really, really well on there. So yeah. Yeah. Looks better than I actually thought it did. So yeah, pleased with that. I know this is going to take me quite a while. I mean, it's 12 pages. The first page, I think it took me a couple of months, maybe a bit longer. But I think it did get put on the back burner for a wee while. But yeah, really enjoying it. I've procrastinated in starting a Long Dog for quite a while because I didn't think it was something that I could do. But yeah, I'm enjoying that. Really, really enjoying it, and it's great because there's so many little bits that you don't see, and then all of a sudden they're there, and that's another thing that I like about it. I just love all the little bits and pieces. Right, oh no, sorry, I did not undo this. Let's just, I can rip the plaster off very quickly and do it. So this one is Meloca Designs Highland Cow, which is my stitch for the hashtag Mighty Wee Nation Sal that lovely Amanda of Alba Stitcher is hosting. As I said before, I wasn't going to do this. I wasn't going to do joining the Sal, but I did. So I'm using the called for colours. I don't know why I didn't put them on floss drops. I just didn't. Yeah, I did swap out one because I was using it in something else. So instead of using 553, I'm using 208, and it doesn't look like that. Because, as you'll have heard me say before, my laptop camera does not like certain colours. So this is a piece of, I think it's just a 32 count even weave white, off-white maybe, white I think. And there he is. Doesn't he look fabulous? I am so pleased with how he's stitching up. I don't stitch on him every day, I did have a bit of a break from him as well. But I have got quite a bit done these last few days as well. So yeah, really, really pleased with him. I just think he's absolutely fabulous. And then final whip. Sorry, just needed to check that wasn't, well no, it can't have been me because I'd have heard it. It's definitely, it would have come up on camera. Sorry, I'm just waffling to myself. So my final whip is this one. It's Scattered Seed Samplers and it's Remember Me Pinkeep. And this was my 1st of February start with my lovely friend Dawn, Frosty X Stitch. Dawn's stitching hers 1/1 on 25 count and it just looks gorgeous. So dainty looking, it's really, really lovely. So I'm using the called for threads. There isn't many. My 3011 is in something else. And I'm stitching this on a piece of needle and flax 36 count linen, and it is Dolly Madison. I assume that's how you pronounce it, I don't really know. And that's where I've got to. Oops. And that's not showing the fabric off very well either. I've got to fill in the other colour in the roses, the outline here. Sorry, excuse me. And just carry on with the carry on with the leaves and the binds. So I think what I'm going to do, because I've finished Christmas Rose, this is going to move into my Tuesday night slot in my rotation, and then I'll just stitch on that until it's done. So yeah, loving that. It's such a pretty piece. So that is all of my stitching. So we'll do... Oh, actually, what I'll show, I won a giveaway on Instagram, and it was a giveaway from the Rocking Chair Stitcher. Oh, I can't remember her name. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. If you watch my Flosstube, I am so sorry because I can't remember your name. So yeah, I won a couple of charts from her. I'm just going to try and, because I haven't printed them out, so I'm just going to try and, no, they're not in there. I'm looking in the wrong place. Why can I never find any? Phone. So I'm just going to try and show you without showing the charts. Like I say, I've not printed them out yet. So I won this one, which is Your Dynamite. Is that cute? And then I also won I Llama You. Oops. There we go. So yeah, really, really pleased winning those. They're really cute. And of course, you know, llama, I would leave off the word llama and just pretend that they're alpacas. And yeah, I've already said I will probably stitch the dinosaurs for Jess, my eldest daughter, because she loves dinosaurs. So the Rocking Chair Stitchers Etsy store is, and I hope I've got this right, a little sissy boo shop. I'm not quite sure whether that's actually how you say it, but I will link to her Etsy shop down below. She does have a couple of other charts that I think I might quite like, but I am going to wait. And if you've watched me before, you know why I'm going to wait, because I'm trying to be a good girl this year, or so much of this year. So I do have some haul, as I said, and I had a gift voucher for Peakside Needleworks for my birthday from lovely Pauline, who is Serby Bags. Pauline, how could I forget that? And I got some 36 count vintage country mocha because it is my favourite fabric. Well, vintage country mocha is my favourite fabric, and I'd run out of 36 counts, so I just got some of that. And I got a couple of DMCs that I hadn't been able to get on my order from Threads for You. So yeah, just had a little bit to put towards that. So thank you so much, Pauline. Very, very much appreciate that. And then I had some Stitchy kindness. Now, this lady contacted me and she doesn't want me to give her name, so I'm not going to, because, you know, I don't want to do that. And she contacted me to ask if I would like a particular chart. It was a sheep chart. And I said, oh yes, that would be lovely, either me or for any of my friends that like stitching sheep. So then this package arrived with a lovely card, and she's just such nice words inside the card as well. So this was the chart, and it is the Cricket Collection Sheepy Hollow, and I just think that is so cute. I have looked at it several times on Create Nostalgia, and I think that it is just so cute. I love it. So that will be getting stitched at some point, just don't know when. But not only did she send me that, she also sent me some cottage garden threads in Blue Moon. Oh, that's really, yeah, that's really blowing out actually. It looks a little bit better back there. And I've never had any of this thread before, so I'm looking forward to trying that. And she also sent me a lovely little notebook. And some fabrics. These are from Australia. They're lovely, aren't they? Absolutely gorgeous fabrics. Nice autumnal and a nice winter one. And then this one. That's very cute as well. And a coaster. Very apt for me. And they are Herdwick sheep. I do love this one. Love this one with his back there and him that's jumping. Oh, I do apologise, I got a tickle. And then she also sent me these beautiful stickers. I absolutely love these. Well, I love everything. I love everything in the package, but these stickers are absolutely gorgeous. And I think I'm sure she said that they were from Australia. Yes, they are. And then not only that, she sent me a couple of charts to give away, if I wanted to. So I am going to give them away. I'm going to give them both away now, and I haven't got a pen, and I need to write down the words that I decide to use because I will forget. So the first one is Little House Needleworks Farm Life. And if you would like to win this one, if you could use the word farm, F-A-R-M. Usual rules, please don't use the word giveaway, contest, free, anything like that, because I do want somebody who will genuinely stitch it, not a bot or anything like that. And please do be on the lookout for any replies. to a comment saying that you've won something and to follow a link, please do not do that. There has been a lot of those about as well, I believe. And it's open to the UK only as well, please. So if you would like to win that, please use the word farm. And then we have From the Heart Needle Art by Wendy, and it's Bee Skep Garden. So if you would like to use if you would like to win this one, if you could use the word B-E-E, please. And I'll pick a winner in my next Flosstube. So thank you so much to the lady that sent me this lovely package. I think she's been a viewer of mine for a long time. So thank you so much. I have already thanked you by email, but I always tend to think that thank you just does not seem enough. So yeah, thank you so much. I'm going to look forward to using everything in this package. So, what else? The only other thing is, you may remember I said I'd picked out some projects that I would like to stitch this year. There's more than I'm going to get stitched, but that's fine. I've got plenty to pick from. And I was debating, last time I filmed, I was saying that I didn't know whether to download one of these wheels and put everything into a wheel, or whether to just write everything down, have a number against them and have somebody pick out a number for me. So I was watching Danielle, Cardiff Stitcher, and if you haven't watched Danielle, please do go and have a look at her videos. She stitches some amazing stuff. Yeah, she was picking her next 5 projects, I think, to stitch from her whips. So I asked her what wheels she was using, because I've had a look at all the free wheels and it's just like I don't know which one to pick. So I've got the spin the wheel random generator, which will be great for picking winners as well for my when I have a giveaway. I know I don't have giveaways very often, but so I've set myself up with 2 wheels, one for smaller projects, one for larger projects. So what I intend to do once I've finished a big one is pick something off the smaller projects. I think what I've done is done it if they're under 120. A stitch count of under 120, I think, or something like that. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, a small one and a big one. So I'll pick something small if I've just finished a big one, and then I'll pick something larger for the next one. So if I have said that I will do a SAL with you at any point this year, I have added those. I think there was only Lovely Lindsay, Wolfie Stitches. We're going to do Serenity of Winter, Twin Peak Primitive, so that's on my larger wheel, I think. And then I think the only other one, well, 2, were with Joanita, who is Stitchy Things. Haven't watched your latest yet, Joanita, but I am going to get around to it. So I think we were going to stitch Strawberry Fields together and Alpaca Farm together. So all those are on those wheels. I haven't put, Barb and I are going to stitch Be a Friend by Needlework Press. I haven't put that on there because I know we're going to stitch it when I finish my 4 seasonal sheep ones. So once I've finished waiting for Santa, I'll start the spring one, and then we'll start Be a Friend. And I think that was all. But if there's anybody else, do let me know if I've said yes, we'll stitch. Oh, Elaine, Ellie Welly Stitcher. I think, did we say we were going to stitch She Seeketh Wool? Was it Bountiful Harvest or something like that? I cannot remember who the designer was of that one, but I know you bought it as well after I'd showed it. I enabled you. Yeah, I don't know whether we said we'd stitch it this year, but that is on one of my wheels. So what I will do, if one of those comes up, I'll drop you a message and just say, are you ready to start? And if not, I'll just stitch on something else until you're ready or whatever. Yeah. So I think, but yeah, just do be patient with me. Hopefully they will come up for this year. Yeah, I think that's all of my stitching, everything to do with my stitching as far as I can remember. Just a quick life update. As I said, I am still coughing. It is seriously getting me down now. I have had enough. I think last week I had one good day where I didn't cough very much. It's still the tickle. I did go back to the doctor's last Wednesday because I was having another issue with my throat. He had students in who were very thorough asking questions. He had a good feel around my neck and everything, looking at my throat. So basically, the other issue, nothing to worry about, come back if it doesn't go away. He was reading through my notes, and because I'd mentioned, obviously they were asking if I was on medication for anything or what, if I had anything else. And I do get vertigo, which is, I assume from, I had a really, really bad ear infection quite a lot of years ago. The kids weren't very old. And I don't feel like it's ever been right. My ear's ever been right, my right ear, since then. So he noticed that, and he did talk about oh god, post-nasal drip. Sounds horrible. It is horrible, and I do get that. So he thinks the tickle could be due to that. So he's given me a nasal spray. But the only problem with that, it can cause cataracts. It says in the notes, in the patient information leaflet, that could cause cataracts, which I already have cataracts. I don't want them to get any worse than they already are, because they do bother me a little bit, but not too much. So I don't want to use those for too long. And to be perfectly honest, they're not doing me any good whatsoever. They're not helping the cough. They're not helping the tickle. So I really don't know. I don't know where to go from here. I don't know. I think maybe they need to send me for an x-ray. I honestly don't know, a chest x-ray or whatever, but it doesn't feel like it's chesty. So I really don't know. I thought I'd be rid of it by now. My husband and my girls, they got over this cold. It hasn't left them with anything. I'm still getting this cough, and it is just, even though it's not keeping me awake, it's draining and it's getting me down. But I just got to kind of try and look on the bright side. And yeah, I've got my gilet on because I am cold. I am absolutely frozen. So yeah, I think that is everything. I'm sorry, I really sounded like I was on a proper downer then, a proper moan up. And yeah, I mean, obviously it's at the end, you can skip through it. A bit late now for me to say that, but I'm trying to stay happy and positive and all the rest of it. But yeah, it's just getting me down. But anyway, so I think that is everything. So yeah, don't forget to enter the giveaways if you would like to. Use the word B for this one, BEE, and farm for this one. And again, as I say, UK only. I'm really sorry about saying UK only, but I don't want to have to monetize my channel to make a bit of money for postage so I can post overseas. I don't want to have to start a Ko-fi, because that's, I don't know. I'm not going to get into it. Anyway, so that's everything, and I will hopefully see you in a couple of weeks' time. So look after yourselves and enjoy every stitch. Thank you so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.